Happy Sunday morning and welcome to you. We are talking for the final block on Inside Tennessee with Congressman Mark Green. Before we go, Congressman, I'm going to put you on the spot. Could we see you be the governor of Tennessee someday, or at least run for it?
You know, right now I'm very happy being the congressman for the Tennessee 7th District. There's a strong chance I could be the chairman of Foreign Affairs. I'm sort of in line for that. I think in the back of my head, I've always kind of wanted to be governor of Tennessee, but right now I want to go where, one, God wants me to go, and two, where I think I can make the most difference. And, you know, in 26, when there's an open seat, I'll certainly consider it, but I'm really enjoying doing foreign affairs and the opportunity to be the chairman of Foreign Affairs. You know, that's a great opportunity to make a big difference.
You're on
So before
Foreign
Susan
Affairs
jumps in, I will say you'll be ranking member of Foreign Affairs.
In 18 months, I will be the chairman.
Well, that we shall see.
I was going to say, you're on Foreign
Okay,
Affairs
fair enough.
with Tim Burchett, our guy from East Tennessee. Have you got any dirt on him you want to share?
There's the Burchett stories. Love that guy. The great thing about Tim is, you know, he comes off as that old country boy, but he's smarter than a whip, and I love him to death. He's one of my dear friends. He makes it worth it.
All right,
Funny.
Susan, it's
That
your
guy's
shot. Go ahead.
All right, I'm going to throw you a softball because this is the first time you've been on our show, and you wrote a book. You were in the military. Your book is called A Night with Saddam, or Sodom, however you pronounce it. Talk about that a little bit for our folks that are seeing you in East Tennessee for the first time. Just give us your experience in a short period, if you can.
Yeah, sure. I got the unbelievable chance to be the physician for the Army's Special Operations Aviation, an infantry officer, Army Ranger, and about midway through my career, I decided to go to medical school. And after the war, wound up in special operations. And in that job, we captured Saddam Hussein, and I got to be the doctor that interviewed him on the night of his capture, and it was surreal. To say the least. People ask me what it was like, and I said, well, I think I know at least what it's like to win a Super Bowl. I was a part of an elite team that trained for years, that, you know, accomplished a mission that in history, I mean, you think of the totalitarian dictators that have been captured in history, and it's just not that many. We didn't get Hitler. He killed himself. Pol Pot, Stalin. You could say maybe Manuel Noriega, but I mean, he didn't compare to Saddam Hussein. I mean, Saddam Hussein killed hundreds of thousands of people. So, pretty exciting, to say the least.
And Don, you want to jump in with a question? Or go ahead, Susan.
Well, I just have one more
ahead,
question.
Susan.
I noticed on your Twitter page that you had said, what did Dr. Fauci know and when did he know it? You also have a healthcare background, obviously, and maybe a suggestion that he come before an oversight committee and talk about what he does know about the pandemic. Talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. I think it was Fred Thompson and Howard Baker who came up with that phrase back during Watergate. Mr. President, what did he know? What did the president know? And when did he know it? And I kind of think that's the issue with Fauci, because we're seeing now in emails where he's contradicted testimony before Congress. So I'm basically asking Chairman Clyburn to bring him in, and let's get to the bottom of it.
Don, we've got a couple minutes left. Do you want to jump in?
Right. Yeah, and just following up on that, I mean, you're trained as a medical doctor, and so of sorts in science, and I'm curious. I hear this talk about Dr. Fauci. Like he was necessarily political and being deceptive, when you know, as a doctor and a scientist, that this pandemic was unprecedented, that we had to sort of learn by the seat of our pants and as we went along. Isn't it fair to think that Dr. Fauci's scientific review and scientific advice is going to change throughout this as we go? And I'll point out, I mean, you were sort of part of the anti-mask movement in Congress, which it was a little surprising to me as a medical doctor. I can think of Dr. Richard Briggs, who I'm sure you know well, in our state legislature, and and Richard, who is a stalwart Republican, it's like, folks, wear a mask. And I'm just curious to that dynamic with you.
The masks is the data on the mask is still not convincing. The non-medical masks, the pre-data, pre-COVID, all of the medical research, meta-analysis, which is like a number of studies sort of compressed into one, showed that non-healthcare setting, the mask didn't work. Some studies after COVID made some, positives that the masks will decrease transmission to some extent. And we're talking about non-N91s. N91s actually do decrease some transmission. But those old surgical masks that have gaps around them and around your nose, those didn't work. And new studies, actually prospective studies done in the Annals of Internal Medicine, and you should go read it, particularly if you want to stand so firmly on the mask issue. 6,000 patients, so the largest sample size of any of these studies, and it was statistically no significant between masks. So I think to go around and hang your hat that masks are going to stop transmission of COVID-19, your science isn't that great. Now, I wore my mask very early on because I thought, you know what, let's wear them. And I treated it a lot like I treat seeing patients in the emergency department. I used to tell my doctors, sure, the patient doesn't have a true emergency, but you know what, treat their fear. You're not treating a disease, treat their fear. So I would wear my mask, especially when I was around people who were sensitive, because I didn't want them to be afraid. And unfortunately, the narrative's out there, and so a lot of people were. But the real science on the masks, you'd be hard to support your position. Now, what was your other question?
There's a difference between stop and slow.
Slow
the spread of disease. Right.
I was just going to say, that's a fascinating way to end the conversation, maybe not what some would have expected. Congressman, we're going to wrap it up. We sincerely appreciate you taking the time to speak with us, and I'm serious. Yeah. We look forward to seeing you again.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back.